Hey, I'm Skip Slusher, and this is Ginger. And we all know that it's a widely accepted premise that it's good for your horse to not be in their face and not have constant contact, not be pulling, and that's a widely accepted idea. Now, the reason that's a widely accepted idea is because it's not really a different style of riding. It may be, but it's meant to add useful years to your horse's life. And that's a really important thing, because if you have your horse on their front end all the time, you have their head cranked all the time, they're going to develop some weird muscle issues up in the front. They'll atrophy in the back, and then they're going to get eventually so out of balance they're not able to do whatever it is you're asking of them. So that thought of not pulling on them, not being in their face is great. I love that. That's a premise that we build all our training around, and there's sound reasoning behind it. But a lot of people think just because you're not using a bit, you're not in their face. And that is absolutely not true. So if I still have contact, if I can feel the horse's face, they can feel my hands. It's defeating the purpose of not giving them pressure in their face. You really are when you think you're not. So if I ride around and I have constant, even in a halter, I have constant contact on Ginger. At first she's giving to my hands because that's what she's used to, because she's expecting me to release. And now, it might be hard to tell, but she's pushing, if you can see, she's pushing on my hands, pulling on my hands, and her weight's really shifted to her front end. So she's not happy with this. She's resisting it. She's protecting herself by pulling on me. Now I can still get her head, but eventually this isn't a sustainable thing. She's pushing harder and harder and harder. She's trying to pull slack out of my reins. So eventually that's going to end up with her, like I said before, out of muscular balance, out of general balance, and is going to shorten her useful life. So a lot of people think, oh, I just ride in a halter, I'm so gentle, I ride in a halter. You can cause the same issues and same problems no matter what you have on their face. A halter, a side pull, a shank bit, a snaffle bit. If you have constant pressure, you're not helping them. And I'm really shocked how many people think that just because I'm in a halter, it's okay to hold on, versus throw out some rein and ride from my seat and my legs. So if I Ginger now feels like she's kind of coming in underneath me, balancing, her weight's moving back. And every time I ask, I give her a little release. Same as if I'm in a bit. It's pressure release. And remember, they only do what we want because we release, not because we apply pressure. You have to release the pressure you just applied. Without that, you get friction, and then you get resentment and reluctance and all those wonderful things. So if I'm riding her on a loose rein, I could be in any kind of thing on her face right now. I could have a big shank bit, I could have a snaffle, I could have anything, because I'm not using my hands. I tip her nose a little bit, but mostly I'm riding from my seat and my legs. So I know this sounds a little bit like a rant, but I've encountered some situations where people think that this is not in their face. And I see a lot of horses recently in halters really angry about all that face pressure, and their heads are going to slowly come up, come up, come up as they try to resist that. Now that your horse is angry and they're resenting it and their head's up, you're getting an inverted horse, head high, tail high, which leads to a hollowed out back, bad top line, trouble in the front feet, it's carrying too much of the weight, shoulder, neck issues, it's a slippery slope that you don't want to head down. So make sure when you ask, you release. I'm going to ask for her to back up, I release. It's not constant pressure no matter what you have on her face. So Make sure you're riding her in a halter. Pretend you're in the gnarliest bit you've ever seen, and that you are very, very judicious with your ask and quick with your release. If this made any sense, please subscribe.